Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. We are back. I've rammed some food down my throat. I've had a coffee. I've written the teams out. I did make Shaylee a cup of tea for those people saying I was exploiting a pregnant woman, getting her to give me coffee. But we are back and we are here for the 8 p.m. game. After the glorious madness of Croatia 3, Spain 5 and extra time. It seems just 20, 30 minutes ago that one finished. And it is France versus Switzerland now. And these two teams will be playing to see who is going to face the Spanish. Let me just take a picture of the brackets. Sorry if you heard that. And we'll stick it up here. So it's all up to date. We thought we went too early in giving the win to the Spanish earlier, but they did in the end come through. And here we are now, literally a minute from kickoff. There's the brackets, everybody. And it's France versus Switzerland. So already through. Denmark, Czech Republic, confirmed. Belgium, Italy, confirmed. Spain will play the winner of this game. France or Switzerland. Obviously, France, the world champions, are the hot favourites. Where are we tonight, guys? We are in Bucharest, which has been a great location in this tournament. Let's have a look at the teams. There they are in the French change system. They've gone to a back three for the first time in the tournament. Lloris in goal of Spurs, Varane and Kimpembe of Real and PSG are joined by Clement Lenglet of Barca in a back three. Remember, they had trouble at left back with Digne and Hernandez both going off in the last game. Rabiot is going to play left wing back, not left back. Rabiot of Juve. Pavard of Bayern is going to play right wing back. Kante and Pogba have been so good so far, haven't they? Griezmann off Benzema and Mbappe. So really, they're sacrificing a midfielder for a centre half here. We normally get 4-3-3 with the French, and we're going to get a 3 at the back tonight for the Swiss. We've kicked off, by the way. We have kicked off in Budapest. For the Swiss, Sommer, one of quite a few Mönchengladbach players here. Well, 4 in the first 11, in fact. In goal, a back 3 for the Swiss as well. Elvedi of Mönchengladbach. Also, Akanji of Dortmund. Rodriguez of Torino, who I think we've seen at wing-back during the tournament as well. Zuber at left wing-back of Frankfurt. Widmer of Basel, right wing-back. The double pivot, Xhaka of Arsenal, and Freuler of, you guessed it, Atalanta. Shaqiri of Liverpool. Here comes Mbappe, by the way, into the left channel. Mbappe engages his man, drives into the box. He's held up, though. Mbappe knocks it back to Rabiot. Here's Griezmann. Back to Rabiot. Back to Griezmann. There's 4 in the box. Griezmann tries to cross it. Deflects away. I think it's going to be a throw-in. Let's finish this. Imbolo, who was so good against Wales, wasn't he? For the Swiss up top. He plays another one for Mönchengladbach. And Seferovic of Benfica is the remaining player. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Just jumped straight through there. In comes the corner. Varane heads over the bar. Goodness me. Right. Let's get the banner up. Let's get that saying 0-0. We have jumped straight from extra time in one game to the kickoff in another. And there we go. I think we are all set. Here comes your timestamp. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. I'm going to be at 2 minutes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sync. And being nothing seismic has happened yet, Varane's headed over the bar. Get me your predictions in for this one. France versus Switzerland. as I throw another can on the floor. I'll probably get out of chaotic mode and do a good job in about 10 to 15 minutes time. Get your predictions in, please, guys, for this one. Xhaka. Vidma gets it back to Xhaka. Back into the right centre-back, Elvedi. Vidma, Xhaka just hoiks it down the ground. Both Severovic and Mbolo chase it. Severovic is going to get there, actually. Knocks it back to Mbolo. Mbolo's just on the edge of the box. Messy from the French defenders. Severovic knocks it off. Here's Shaqiri, edge of the box now. And that long ball has worked. Shaqiri crosses into the back post. Pavard heads away. And a big boot down the line by Xhaka causes quite a bit of trouble there with the running power of Mbolo and Severovic chasing that one down. Predictions, please. 3-2 France, 2-0 France, 2-1 France, 3-3 Switzerland, 5-4. I can't take it. On penalties, 2-0 France. Thank you, guys. Corner comes in. Rodriguez headed up in the air by Elvedi. Longley was underneath that. Pogba gets it away. We are 3:37 into this one. France versus Switzerland. For the right to play the Spanish in the quarter-finals. Spain join Denmark, Czech Republic, Italy and Belgium in the quarter-finals. As an Englishman in France with a Polish name, come on the Swiss. I like it. 2-1 France, says Mr. Radio Floyd. Here comes Mbappe, who's on his second run in this game. We know you want to reduce those to as few as possible. Here's Kante driving forward into the 8. He knocks it out wide. Benzema. Benzema's done well. He's into the box. Tries to cut it back, and the Swiss clear. Here's Kimpembe. A little bit of extra insurance for Kimpembe and Varane today with Longley in there. And again, I'm going to put my England hat on for those people judging England as well. This is now another team, 3 at the back, double pivot as well. And they've got Benzema, Griezmann and Mbappe up front. Mbappe to Griezmann, he's in on the left-hand side. Early cross by Griezmann. Back to Mbappe. Edge of the box. Mbappe. Griezmann. Crossing position. Trying to find Benzema. Dangerous one. Falls. Oh, great tackle there. Pogba comes in. Really good work by Zuba, the right wing-back, just to stop Benzema. He looked like he was going to get a shot off there. 2-0 to the Swiss. And France 7-6. I don't know which one's least likely. Here's Kimpembe. It would be a massive upset were the Swiss to beat the French. Oh, cool goalkeeping there by Sommer. Sidesteps Griezmann and finds Granit Xhaka. Rodriguez coming down the left-hand side. Rodriguez crosses in. Oh, half dealt with by Kimpembe. Brilliant hold up by Griezmann there. And Rabiot, oh, now Mbappe 1v1 with Elvedi. Elvedi won't fancy this. Gets some help from Xhaka. Mbappe's still got the ball. 4 around him. Mbappe crosses in. So dangerous. The sheer physicality of this bloke, incredible. A real weapon, Mbappe. Oh, the tennis is overruling. I doubt I'll see any of that. Seen enough green grass with balls going back and forth on it to last me a lifetime this past couple of weeks. Kimpembe heads that one away. It's going to be a throw-in to the Swiss. Let's do a live subscriber check I think we've had quite a good day today with the subscribers. Let's see what number we're at. 17,568. That's wonderful news. 17,568. Please do hit subscribe, ring the bell for those notifications. Here's Mbolo. Great run by Mbolo. Has he got inside Varane? He has. Varane's got back goal side. Good play by Mbolo. He's not Mbappe, but he's a great runner with the ball. It's a corner to the Swiss, as the Welsh found out in game 1. Seems a long time ago, and the Welsh have gone home since then. Varane did quite well to get back into position there, the Real Madrid centre half. Corner for the Swiss. Rodriguez, left-footed, outswinger coming. In it goes, headed away by Varane. Good little 30 seconds for him there. Rodriguez throws it in. Zuber. Xhaka. Akanji. Elvedi. Back to Akanji. And Xhaka knocks that one down the line. Lovely ball by Rodriguez. Zuber trying to play one more on to Seferovic. Nice ball inside. Mbolo edge of the box. Mbolo tries to slide Seferovic in. Mbolo, out it goes. Rodriguez looking lively, the Swiss, especially down the left-hand side. Xhaka to Fröller. Zuber gets away from Kante, easier said than done. In the end, Pogba comes across. Fröller plays it out. This is great stuff from the Swiss. Fröller puts the cross in, dangerous, and nobody on the end of it. Really encouraging stuff from Switzerland the past 2.5 minutes, basically. They've looked really good, haven't they? Evening up the sense of France possibly being the better side. How did I know someone was going to pick up on that, eh? Carry on, whatever. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, something like that. To last me a lifetime. Stop it. France 0, Switzerland 0, 10 gone. Switzerland looking pretty decent. Lovely stuff. Sean, thank you very much. €10 on the super chat. Sean, we are going to do a video tomorrow. A dearly departed transfer update. Someone asked earlier. In fact, several people asked earlier about that. So we will get into that tomorrow in the morning. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sean. Very, very kind. Not the first time Sean has contributed. Very, very kind of you, Sean. Thank you. Varane. Kimpembe. Rabiot. The Swiss win it back. Here's Xhaka. Rodriguez. Mbolo's come deep. Pogba just threatens to take it off him. And it's back with Akanji. France 0, Switzerland 0. Akanji's got it back. As we go into KG tournament mode for the last couple of minutes. And Mbolo given away there by him. Now here's Griezmann in the 10. Griezmann. Mbappe into the box. Mbappe looking for Benzema. Oof. Goodness me. We can talk about managerial stuff or transfers at half time. We'll get involved then. It is Rodriguez. Zuber. Back to Rodriguez. It's gone wide to the right-hand side. Switzerland having quite an amount of possession here. By no means dominance for France. 56-44 in the Swiss favour in terms of the possession thus far. Swiss playing like they mean it. It's got to keep it up, haven't they? But agreed, Jake. Rabiot into Varane in this back three now for the French. Pavard. Lloris. Longley. Kimpembe. Plenty of time on the ball for the outside centre-backs, and it goes to Pogba, whose long passing has just been brilliant in this tournament, hasn't it? They won't want to let him get too free, the Swiss. Pogba. Pogba out to Rabiot. Griezmann over the top. And look at the speed of Mbappe again. In behind Elvedi. Elvedi goes tight on him. Good luck, mate. Mbappe. It's done well, Elvedi. And Mbappe has to go back in to Kimpembe. Caden, I have done a video on Valor and Ishmael. You can find that on the channel elsewhere. It was one of our halftime chats, although we will address Scott Parker today at halftime. Here's Akanji. Keep it up, bro. Thank you very much. £5 super chat. Opinion of who will take the Fulham job. Impact on your Hansen deal at half time. Remind me to come back to this one, and we'll pop that up at half time for sure. I think Steve Cooper was the favourite, wasn't he? Cross goes in. Oh, Seferovic has scored. Oh, goodness me. The Swiss have taken the lead. It's a great header directed into the corner. Oh, I was too busy looking up the odds of the next Fulham manager. And the Swiss have taken the lead. And that is by no means a flash in the pan goal. They've played pretty well in this game. It's been fairly 50-50, I have to say. But the French go behind. The cross in from the left-hand side, and Seferovic with a really fine header. Good power on it, and he directs it right into the corner. Just kind of watching it, and you think, is it? Oh, is it? In it goes. The initial shot was blocked. It goes out to the left-hand side. Zuba. It's a really good header. You have to say, not great by Longley. Because all Seferovic has to do is kind of take one step back, and Longley's caught under the ball. Look at the accuracy of that header, though. Right into the corner. It's a really nice header by Seferovic. It's France 0, Switzerland 1. Unbelievable. The Swiss lead on 16 minutes. Seferovic is the goal scorer. Let's get your reaction here. Goodness me. Yeah, we were just talking about Fulham, weren't we? Before, sorry. Incredible. Didier Deschamps, who has a habit of winning, doesn't he? Looks on. Seferovic, the goal scorer. There's the reaction in the chat. Incredible. Alexa off. Unbelievable. Come on, Switzerland. The shock is on. Well, we'll see now. Yeah, we're hearing some issues on ITV Hub. Do come and join us. Sorry, I'm just going to bang through all of these. There we go. Swiss intent being clear from the start. And yes, France will need to step out now. Still got a ton of quality on the pitch, though, the French, haven't they? And Maybe along with De Bruyne, Lukaku and Hazard. I know a couple of those are injured now. Pound for pound, the best front three in the tournament. It's France 0, Switzerland 1. Free kick to the French. 17 gone. A free kick on the left-hand side. Griezmann is going to take it with the left foot. Griezmann focuses. His eyes on the penalty box. In comes the free kick. Pogba was there in the middle. It's just flicked away from him. And Bolo is going to knock it up the line. Takes a little nick. Zuber gets there. He's wrestling with Kimpembe. Good play by Zuber. Good play by Kimpembe, actually. Gets a foot in the end. Good battle between those two. Out it goes for a goal kick to the Swiss. France 0, Switzerland 1. The upset is on. Rodriguez, big boot down the ground. Nodded away. This would indeed be the biggest shock so far of the tournament. Long way to go, though. Just got back. Switzerland scored already. They've started quite well, Lula. It's been by no means a smash and grab by the Swiss. Chris, here we go again. What a tournament. France haven't always looked secure at the back in these Euros. Weren't at the World Cup either. And they've brought an extra centre-half in to try and be better at the back. And he just got out-jumped by Seferovic. Out it goes. Long diagonal there from the French left to right. And it's a throw in to the Swiss in the left back position. France 0, Switzerland 1. The French fans in the stadium looking a bit perplexed. The world champions are behind as we come up 20 minutes on the clock. 19:47 gone. Please hit like if you are in the stream. Of course, subscribe. Ring that bell. Here come the Swiss down the right. Rabiot gets a foot in. Oh, it's a goal kick. I thought Vidma had managed to win a corner, but good defending by Rabiot. Here's the goal again, I think. We're going to see it from behind. It's really good from Seferovic. The Swiss fans celebrate. Longley didn't cover himself in glory. Here is Mbappe. Wrestling with Akanji does well. Xhaka. Driving away. Big run forward by Zuber from left wing back. They've really done well, Rodriguez and Zuber down the left. There's a big ball by Pogba. And Mbappe touches it down. And Mbappe doesn't look far off it today, does he? Pogba with another of those brilliant raking passes. And Mbappe, that's his third or fourth run. It would have been tight. I think he's just onside, isn't he? Nice touch. And they're just getting a foot in every time with Mbappe. But to say he looks dangerous would be understating it slightly. There's one for Seferovic to chase. Headed away. Varane. Pogba. Oh, brilliant from Pogba. Control. Pavard. Kante. Brilliant from the French. Look at this. Griezmann. Goal of the tournament coming up if they finish this one off. Rabiot down the left-hand side. Here is Griezmann. Rabiot. Mbappe. Rabiot is brilliant. Rabiot crosses on Benzema. That would have been a hell of a goal from the French. Rabiot smiles. I think he's trying to pick Griezmann out. I think he just takes a nick. So not Griezmann, Benzema. Oh, in fact, the keeper's done brilliantly there. How good was that build-up from France there? Superb. Great goalkeeping there. That's prevented a goal, that, hasn't it, from Sommer, who looks very much like Milan Baros. Remember the Czech Republic striker who went to Liverpool and Villa? Benzema. Frella tries to go in a foot race with Mbappe. Did he foul him? He did not. Throw in to the Swiss. Pogba and De Bruyne, best players of the tournament. Certainly that cameo from De Bruyne was fantastic, wasn't it? Pogba's been excellent, hasn't he? Patrick Schick of the Czech Republic's been very good as well. We've had a lot of fun with Dumfries, the Netherlands right back, although he's out now. But Renato Sanchez for Portugal was great last night as well. Here is Sommer, the keeper. We're a quarter of the way through. It's France 0, Switzerland 1. Xhaka. Inside it goes to Shaqiri. We barely mentioned Shaqiri, actually. The Swiss number 10. Here's Rabiot coming over halfway for France. Griezmann, who's coming short, trying to find pockets. He's finding a lot of space if he comes that deep. Rabiot, Pogba, Kimpembe, Varane. France with a lot forward here. Pavard, Longley, Kimpembe, Kante, Griezmann, Rabiot. Comes inside his man. Here's Pogba, 30 yards out. Pogba, Griezmann. Kante on the left wing. Kante back to Griezmann. Tries the outside of the foot. Rabiot tries to flick the ball through, and Frella, the number 8 for the Swiss, has been penalised for handball. It's a free kick to the French. Just to the left. The left of goal as the taker looks. 23 metres, says the UEFA readout. Griezmann is there. Mbappe is there. As usual, we get the wall in front of the wall. Kimpembe and Pogba are stood in front of the Swiss wall. Here comes Mbappe into the wall. He's going to have another go. Mbappe drives it wide of the post with the right foot. He just shanks that. First one was blocked by Seferovic, the goal scorer. The second one flies at that cameraman there. I don't think he could get out of the way. Xhaka. Nice ball. Here's Zuba. Rodriguez, back to Zuba. Great stuff down that Swiss left again. Those two have been excellent, haven't they? It's a goal kick. I thought they'd won a corner. Possibly. Goodness me. Do you think Sterling has proved many wrong? Caden, the people that would doubt Sterling wouldn't think they were wrong even if he scored 3 goals in every game. So, no, probably not. Here's Benzema, edge of the box. Well played, Akanji. Here's Rabiot driving forward. Just come inside from left wing back, and Mbappe's gone outside, and Mbappe puts in a pretty poor cross. Akanji clears. Longley. Varane back to Longley. Kante. Kimpembe. Longley. Varane. France having a fair amount of ball now. Here's Pogba. Pogba, switch of play. I don't think that was meant for Rabiot, but it's gone to him. Rabiot comes in, hits the shot. That's not far wide. He absolutely leathered that, Rabiot. I don't know how much that missed by. I think the initial ball was for Mbappe. He really smacked that. How much does that miss by then? Not a lot. Oof. Not a lot. Deschamps up and applauds that one. Let's give you some numbers real quick. 47-53, so the French on top in terms of possession now. 4 shots to 2, but 0 shots on target for the French. The Swiss have a shot on target. It went in the goal. Rodriguez. Cross to Vidmar. Inside, Shaqiri, who's coming short. Xhaka, who's played well. And Rodriguez, who's played very well. Interchanging their left centre-back and left wing-back. Rodriguez and Zuba. Zuba's still got it. Varane in close quarters. Rodriguez to Xhaka to Mbolo. Zuba, Rodriguez, good stuff by the Swiss. And they've gone back into Akanji at centre half. Thanks for filling for ITV Hub. We've tried. We've had a few people say that, so you're very welcome. Rodriguez. Here's Zuba. Oh, and Varane is probably going to get booked for that. Takes out Zuba. Yellow card rightly comes out from referee Rapellini of Argentina. Yellow card for Varane. Free kick to the Swiss, which Xherdan Shaqiri is going to take. It's over on the left-hand side. Shaqiri curls it in. Oh, Mbolo was in there. And he tries to kind of glance it. He doesn't get any kind of contact on it. There's 3 of them in the middle there. Akanji was there. Elvedi. To be fair, Kimpembe's fairly touch tight on Mbolo. He's very touch tight there. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I think. Kimpembe fairly cleverly holds out his arm, but doesn't grab the body of Mbolo, who is grabbing him back, to be fair. And Mbolo heads wide. Chance, nonetheless. You'd think there won't be that many more for the Swiss. But I didn't think Croatia and Spain would go to extra time and have 8 goals between them. Here comes Rabiot deep into the box. Horrible touch by Rabiot. Just way, way too heavy on that. Nah, I don't think that was a penalty. Gibbler, if it was a penalty, it was a foul the other way as well. They're both 6 of one, half a dozen. I thought he's quite clever, just stretching his arm out rather than grabbing him. If you look, Mbolo's got a huge handful of his shirt as well. So which way do you give the foul? When they're both fouling each other, potentially. Elvedi has been booked. The Mönchengladbach centre half for the Swiss. Wishful thinking. I'll get over you. That's what I'll do. Who sings that? My ship's not sinking, and I'll tell you why. 'Cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. Who sings that song? And what are the words? And the melody? Throw in to the Swiss down the left. Rodriguez is going to toss this one down the line. Is it in Pretty Women? Bong, 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 bong. Pogba has fouled Embolo there. Good run by Embolo. Pogba knows it. And he pulls up Embolo. Go west. Thank you. What other songs did they have? Welcome along, Helen. Talking about 80s pop music. Xhaka out to those two down the left. Zuba and Rodriguez, who've been tremendous, haven't they? Seferovic. Vidmar. By the way, Swiss still holding 47% completed passes here, as in possession. According to my missus, it's when he's in his car. Nice. I haven't watched Pretty Women for years. Rodriguez with a spanking switch of play there across the pitch. Difficult one for Vidmar to control. Runs into Kimpembe. No obstruction given. And Rabiot clears that down the line. Kante does well. Beautiful from Pogba. Mbappe with a impossible bit of control there. It was fired at him, bounced up, and then he headed it round the corner. Some very, very gifable skills from these Frenchmen here. I'd like to see how on earth Mbappe managed to control that. Oh, is that them? We close our eyes. Dun, 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 dun. That's got a really good keyboard riff on it, which I'd love to be able to hum, but I can't. I'd play it on my phone, but then I'll get a copyright check, won't I? It is Varane. Pavard knocks it inside. Longley. Nice ball through the lines. Rabiot, that's a pullback by Seferovic. The French take the free kick quickly. Here's Griezmann. Griezmann cuts inside Frella. Griezmann crosses to the back post looking for Pavard. And Zuba on the cover heads it out. Good game, this one. Can the French get themselves a big chance? Can they get first contact from this corner? Griezmann gives the signal with his right arm. In comes the corner, looking for Pogba on the near post. Shaqiri has got hold of it. Shaqiri's trying to counter. He's never looked like he was going to get past Pavard. Did he? It's going to be another throw in to the Swiss. Caps cow. I'm going to put that up, but I'm not going to read it because we'll curse the poor old Swiss if you believe in such nonsense. Not what you said was nonsense, but me saying it will curse them. What's going on here then? Rodriguez has been stopped from taking the throw in. I'm guessing there's a streaker because the camera hasn't gone on the middle of the pitch. What are the crowd doing? We've gone for drinks. There's probably a streaker on the pitch right now. Xhaka's just coming across and taking some in straight. He's played well, Granit Xhaka. Here's the goal again. Stood up. And yeah, the key to that is just a little bump. Little bump in the back. And Longley, it wasn't a foul by any stretch of the imagination. Longley just wasn't strong enough. Was it? Right, hopefully this imposter has had their little 2 minutes in the sun and is now currently on their way to a Bucharest prison. And we can get on with the football, hey? Kante. Varane. Longley. Mbappe, nice touch off. Rabiot crosses early. Akanji well positioned. And gets that one away. Kimpembe keeps it in play. Kimpembe back to Kante. Longley. Pogba. You think if France are going to turn this around, it will probably involve Pogba, who's trying to get on the ball. Finds Kante. Kante back to Longley. Griezmann. Pogba in a little pocket out to the left. Kimpembe well forward from left centre back. Pogba again. Pogba tries to knock it through. And, can Mbolo get there first? Yes, he can. Here comes a break for the Swiss. And Mbolo knocks it on to Seferovic down the left-hand side. They've only got Mbolo forward. So it's going to go inside to Zuba. Yeah, struggling with the neck again. Struggling badly today. And here is Sommer, the Swiss keeper. Xhaka, who's been decent. Inside it goes. Frula, lovely ball through the French press. There's a big switch out to Zuba, who chests down. Zuba versus Pavard. Zuba holds it up well. He and Rodriguez have played really well, 13 and 14 down the left for the Swiss. Zuba to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Zuba. Inside, Xhaka. Mbolo. Oh, he just got a bad first touch there. It was arrowed through on the ground by Xhaka. And Mbolo needs to take that in his stride. He is in. Look at that. For once, someone runs off Kante. That's a rarity. Heavy touch by Mbolo. In comes the corner. Rodriguez. Oh, Akanji was there. Goal kick. He jumped with Pavard. He looked like he was going to win it. The Dortmund centre half. And over it goes. Oh, don't worry about my teeth, Jez. It won't be that. Don't worry. I've had so much work done on them. I had a root canal once. That wasn't fun. Here's Griezmann. Kimpembe. Longley. 41-40 on the clock. Pogba. Varane. Pogba. Pogba, lovely little clip into Mbappe. Mbappe chests, flicks it up in the air. They're trying their damnedest to get close to Mbappe. Easier said than done. Here is Mbappe. Nice step over, edge of the box. Mbappe slips as he hits the shot. And it's over the crossbar. Looks dangerous, Mbappe, but that's stating the bleeding obvious, isn't it? We've had lots of reactions like this for people showing up to the stream. Do you know what's probably more surprising than the Swiss winning? The fact that it's not that big a shock on the balance of play. It's a tight game. The Swiss aren't dominating it, but if it was 0-0, you'd say they're good value for that. And they've had their chance. They've taken it. Nice goal. And they've, so far, kept the French at bay. But there's a lot of quality in that French team, for goodness sakes. Not least this guy, Pogba. Varane, lovely switch of play. Kimpembe down the line. Mbappe, Elvede. I've got to give the Swiss credit with Mbappe. They're not standing off him at all. They are trying to, shoot in there and grab the ball off him every time. And I suspect if you back off Mbappe, he'll probably kill you fairly quickly. But that's excellent from Mbolo, who drives out of defence. A deep midfield position. Keep up. Lee's doing his house up, isn't he? Good luck, matey. The Swiss win it back just over halfway. Vidmer gets it. 44-35 on the clock. And the Swiss looking likely to be going into half-time with a lead. Although we will get some stoppage time after our intruder on the pitch. Although here comes Griezmann down the left. Xhaka. 2 minutes stoppage time makes sense. Little one around the corner. Here's Rodriguez, who at left centre-back is probably going to be a good shout for a few player of the halves. Xhaka. Nice switch out. Xhaka's played well, hasn't he? And Mbolo. Double step over. And Mbolo against Kimpembe. And Mbolo, there's the afterburners. Oh! And they tried to clear it. Bounced off Mbolo and nearly flew into the middle where Shaqiri, who's been fairly quiet, was waiting. Kimpembe trying to get away down the left-hand side. Pogba knocks it in. Kante to Kimpembe. Here is Mbappe. Pogba. Griezmann. Benzema into the box. Benzema drives the shot, blocked. Ow. Ooh, ouch. Get the physio on for that one. Rabiot has just clattered Mbolo there. That looked a nasty one. He did, to be fair to Rabiot, head the ball. He also headed Mbolo. That looked very painful. Mbolo is down, and I think they'll probably have to do concussion protocol on this one. Oh, he's a big boy. He's up. Good for him. He'll be key if the Swiss are going to get anything. Rabiot didn't flinch. No, he didn't. Goal kick, which Sommer hits long. We're 2:20, but probably going to go another minute or so, you'd have thought. Shaqiri down the left. Xhaka. Xhaka helps it on again to Vidmar. Here's Mbolo, who looks fine. Until he crosses the ball miles out of play. Go and have a sit down, fella, at half time. Be a shame if he had to come out. Mbolo. Petkovic is moving the chess pieces from the technical box, and it is half time. France 0, Switzerland 1. How about that, you lot? France 0, Switzerland 1. The Swiss getting in front fairly early in this one, 15 minutes in. And Zuba, who alongside Rodriguez down that left-hand side, the left centre-back and the left wing-back have been really good. Zuba just floats the cross in. Longley, who's been added as the third centre-back for the French, just gets completely outdone by Seferovic. Little nudge in the back and then a good climb, and it's a great header by Seferovic. The Benfica striker right down into the corner. Nice goal. And the French really haven't created a great deal other than that. Up the other end, have they? It's coming up one big chance. I don't know whether that was Varane's header. There was Mbappe had a couple of 20-yarders. There was one really good bit of goalkeeping where Benzema crossed it and fingernails from Sommer, who just tipped it away. But impressive from the Swiss. Very impressive performance. Of course, when you've got Kante, Pogba, Griezmann, Mbappe and Benzema as your front five, you know at any point if they click into gear, they destroy any team, won't they? But I haven't yet, and the Swiss have done well. And I won't say the Swiss are a good value for their lead because they've hardly dominated the game, have they? But it's not a smash and grab at all. It's very much both sides in it. Let's have a look at the numbers, and then we'll talk Scott Parker, which a few of you guys asked about. There are the numbers. So, yeah, 0.62 on the XG to the French, 0.36 to the Swiss, 53-47 on the possession, 7 shots to 4, 0 shots on target for the French. So that's a feather in the cap to the Swiss and their excellent performance that the French haven't been able to put a shot on target. 3 corners apiece. Yeah, it's a tight, even game with a decent bit of finishing, making the difference. I think you would all agree. Right. Where is the message I've got to... Is it going to let me go back that far? It's not. That's annoying. Where was the last Scott? There we go. Thanks, Leeds 2021. Okay, thoughts on Parker leaving Fulham. So this story broke during the previous game, didn't it? When we were doing Croatia and Spain earlier on. And these rumours have been running rampant basically for a few weeks now. Do you know what? I'm going to say even further back than that. You could kind of tell when Fulham got relegated, were confirmed as being relegated, that Scott Parker was going to go. He was already using words that implied that he's not really particularly happy, and he was complaining about that, you know, there'd be another new team and that was going to bring challenges and the recruitment hadn't been what he would have wanted, whether that means other people bringing in players over his head, perhaps. I don't know. But it has been confirmed today that Scott Parker has gone. Let's head over to the Fulham website that are leading with this. Fulham can confirm Scott Parker has left the club by mutual consent. So I don't know if they've met halfway on compensation and paying the contract up. It's taken a long time. So you'd assume there was some fair amount of to-in and throw-in. Parker took caretaker charge in February 2019 with the team in the relegation zone for the final 10 matches. I love the way they word these things and the little subtle digs they put in. He was appointed head coach on a permanent basis in May that year, and in his first full season in charge, the club achieved promotion back to the Premier League, defeating Brentford in the Championship playoff final. Subsequent Premier League campaign resulted in relegation, confirmed after the 2-0 defeat at home against Burnley in May. Matt Wells, Rob Birch, Alistair Harris, Jonathan Hill, Charlie Moore have also gone. So his entire team has gone. So it sounds like they're going to be popping up somewhere else. We think Bournemouth, but maybe that's the delay as well. They've had to do severance with all of those. There's a quote from Shahid Khan. Through promotion and relegation and light, Scott has always enjoyed my support as our head coach. Interesting. Scott's departure does nothing to shake my confidence, however. We will hire a new head coach who is capable of achieving our goal of promotion, and we will be committed to Fulham and its supporters. And we will field the squad that will respond, compete, and win. Onward. There you go, from Shahid Khan. So, Parker, is he a good manager or not? This is the question. We were going back and forth the whole of the 1920 season, basically, with people asking me about Parker. And the basic gist of his management was he had these very clear ideas about playing out from the back, playing through the thirds, blah, blah, blah. I saw Fulham very early in the season. I think they're playing Blackburn, possibly. I saw a few Fulham games before the world ended in February of that season. And what was happening was that Parker was asking players to do stuff that they weren't particularly comfortable with. And in the end, Ruddock, who was it that got bombed out? Who's Bettinelli got bombed out. Alfie Mawson got bombed out. And it was, the fans were very nervous. They were playing out from the back, and it was all very slow and ponderous. And he had Knockaert and Cavaliero and Mitrovic, which looked like if you could, utilise them in the Championship, you'd get promoted. And Fulham never really kind of got above 6 out of 10 really through the season, didn't they? As I say, I saw a lot of their games, and I think I saw Fulham about 8 times, and I think Mitrovic scored about 8 times in the games I watched, and he would frequently bail them out just by being a complete monster at Championship level. And people would talk to me during that season and say, Ben, Parker's got to go. Parker's got to go. It's not working, blah, blah, blah. And I would say, well, it's very binary with parachute teams, particularly year one parachute teams, that big payment. Doesn't matter if you don't play well, you don't look good. If you get promoted, job done, and you've made the best of that financial advantage, and you go and take the 100 million quid and, bank it and stay ahead of basically the rest of English football that don't have the parachute payments below in, the 72. Often we get 3, 6, sometimes more teams if we don't get a parachute team promoted straight away in the first season, which can happen. Not very often. We got 2 last season bounced straight back, didn't we? So up they go to the Premier League, Fulham, and then we get a load of loan signings. And speaking of bombing out, Fulham basically have an entirely new team by about October. They started the season really badly, didn't they? I remember that embarrassing performance against Aston Villa where Jamie Carragher said he'd never been so sure of anything that they'd be relegated. And all of a sudden, Ruddock and Hector and Reeve and Brian and Adoy and Kearney and all of those boys were replaced with Areola and Aina, Anderson, Adrabio, Robinson, Lamina. I'm trying to think of Anguissa, all of those Fulham players that all came in. And it looked like they were going to survive at one point, didn't it? When they had that good run and they went and beat Liverpool, and then just kind of died off at the end. And the old hands, Steve Bruce and Graham Potter and Sean Dyche, all stayed around or above a point per game, and Fulham just dropped below it. And that, I guess, is when the when we saw that unhappiness really transmit itself, and particularly after the relegation was confirmed. I think the article there said after the Burnley game. So, Parker, look, it's a really hard one to judge because on the first season, for me, it's very binary. If you get a team promoted from the Championship, even if you have got year one parachute payments, you've done a good job, haven't you? That's the brief. Get promoted. Get back up. Get into the Premier League. Obviously, you'd love to do it, building a viable team and creating lots of stars that you can, then bank on in the future. But if you're not going to do that, just get promoted. And he did, frankly. I don't know if that's me oversimplifying things. But then in the Premier League, if they'd stayed up, you'd say, brilliant manager, fantastic, go ahead, go and build. But the way they went down in the end, you'd say there's still questions over him. Now, what Scott Parker is very well liked. Remember, he was hugely liked as a player, wasn't he? Everyone talks about him literally giving team talks at West Ham and winning Footballer of the Year when they got relegated, or Players Player of the Year, or Football Writers Player of the Year, or whatever. He's very handsome. He talks very well. He's English. The media like him. So he's got all of that going for him. He's got Championship experience and he's got a promotion on his CV. Although those people who want to beat him with this as a stick will say he's got a promotion with a year one parachute payment and he had Mitrovic up front. So people will say, well, a lot of managers would get promoted in those circumstances. Not everybody does, do they? But look, he had the tools to go up and he went up and then he couldn't do it in the Premier League. So I'm not surprised he's gone, given what was coming out. And I think it's just taken a long time, presumably, for them to do severance with all of him and his staff, etc., etc. Now, here are the odds. What a website have I got here? Bettingodds.com. There we go. For the next Fulham manager, Chris Wilder, 2-1 on. Remember, the West Brom job has gone. Ishmael's in there. The Sheffield United job has gone. So basically, all three of the year one parachute jobs were up for grabs. Jokanovic, former Fulham manager, has got that one. And you look down there and you see Chris Wilder, who was brilliant at Sheffield United until this last season, and he's got a Championship promotion. And you know what these owners with the parachute money do and think. If there's a guy who's recently won promotion, they will stick him in and say, do exactly the same thing. Again, Steve Cooper, I like a lot. He doesn't have a promotion. He has done a fine job, really, with players kind of leaving and not a lot spent on incomings, and used his contacts with the England representative teams there. Neil Lennon, don't believe that for a second. I just guess he's famous and Celtic have got tons of fans. So maybe that's a liability, not a probability there. Frank Lampard obviously got to the playoff final with Derby, although he did have Mount, Wilson and Tamori, didn't he? Still a decent enough job by Frank, and he's known at Chelsea, obviously, in West London. Eddie Howe, of course, has multiple promotions. He took Bournemouth all the way through, didn't he, with a nice little spend. If I'm a Fulham fan, by the way, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the chat. If I'm a Fulham fan, I'd be perfectly happy, I think, with Chris Wilder or Steve Cooper. Probably Eddie Howe as well, if they can get him. But Eddie Howe seems to be being quite picky about getting a new job, doesn't he? Let me know your thoughts on that. Parker seemed quick enough to abandon his philosophy in favour of bloody-minded pragmatism in the Prem, but only just got Fulham promoted in the first place with the best on-paper squad. He's a hard one to judge, isn't he, Jake? I do agree. Chris, Parker hasn't convinced me, and now he leaves for a harder job. If he does go to Bournemouth, I agree with you, Chris. It's a harder job. Bournemouth look like they're in more financial trouble. I know the year two parachute payments still a load, 10 million less though than the year one. But Robin, super chat, thank you so much. Would Brentford have performed better than Fulham if they went up? if they'd have kept Ben Rama and Watkins, do you know they probably would have? I think they would have had more points for sure. So there you go. Look, the second half of this is about to kick off. We'll clip that out and put it up on the channel tomorrow morning. Thank you, everybody, for your insight on that. That is my thoughts on Scott Parker leaving Fulham. There you go. I'll leave a little gap so I can snip that out. Thank you, everybody there. I didn't take a break, did I? We're back, and it's the second half here. I'm just trying to get another video done while I'm in the middle of a video. So thank you all for your patience there as we did that one. Thank you for your comments as well. France 0, Switzerland 1, and Kingsley Coman came on. I saw him trotting on there for Longley. So they have ditched the back three, and that's a big custard pie for Longley, isn't he? Straight out of it. Coman is on number 20. So I think we're going to get 4-2-3-1 from the French now, with possibly Rabiot playing at left back. He did finish the last game at left back, with Pogba and Kante as a double pivot. Coman is just over to the left at the moment. So let's assume that Griezmann's the 10, Coman to the left, and Coman to the left and Mbappe to the right, and Benzema down the middle. It won't be a 4-3-3 because they just don't have enough central midfielders. Griezmann hits the shot low. So Deschamps ditching the back three, and as I say, big custard pie for Longley, who was brought in as the third centre back, and he got out jumped for the goal, and he's been substituted at half time. Don't know whether we'll be seeing him again in the tournament. Poor guy. Eddie Howe's starting to remind me of Alan Curbishley. He'll throw his name in for every job now, won't he? Oh, now here comes Pogba down the right. Pogba, I don't know what he's trying there. Miss hit, I think, in the end. Now, that's a hell of a man bun Griezmann has. Now, as a man who constantly has a hairband and the ability to man bun his hair, I'm going to say that's not a man bun because he always has a bit hanging. I would call that a lazy ponytail. Not that we need to get into hair discussions here. Varane runs that into the corner with Seferovic in close quarters. Varane to be sent off. There we go. We'll see how that pans out. Let's just understand the gravity of this. France 0, Switzerland 1. Let's be honest. We live in England, most of us watching here. So, again, I'll talk about betting odds often being a liability rather than a possibility. So, let's be honest. France are the favourites to win this tournament. I know our bookies take loads of bets on England, so they have to shorten the odds. But that's the liability, not the probability, isn't it? So, this could be the favourites on the ropes here. Yeah, it's my expert opinion. I'll ask my hairdresser, who I'm seeing on Wednesday. I will have a post-England versus Germany haircuts. Here is Rabiot, Kante, Griezmann. Lots of attackers on for the French now. Not even including Pogba. They've now got a front four essentially of Benzema, flanked by Griezmann, Coman, and Mbappe. So there should be some space for the Swiss. However, they're up against it with that star power. France pressing quite aggressively, actually, although the Swiss have played through there. Vidmar, and Mbolo's into his right. Play him in. Here's Mbolo into the box. Touch. Mbolo, he's beating his man. Can he cross it? Oh, my goodness me. Seferovic was at the back post with an open goal. Oh, it could have been 2-0 for the Swiss there. Goodness me. Ball hits the ref. Does it? France counter. Here's Benzema. Benzema, nice one forward. Mbappe blind pass to Griezmann. Nicely played. Griezmann down the right, knocks it inside. Here's Mbappe. Back out to Griezmann. This is exciting stuff now. Griezmann tries a little back heel. Rodriguez blocks it. Griezmann still got it. Out it goes. Mbappe trying to run Rodriguez off to Kante. Mbappe tries to drive inwards. Akanji blocks him again. Throw in to the French. What happened there? Give us a replay. Come on. Here is Pogba, Rabiot, Coman, Pogba, Benzema, Coman, Varane, Kante, Rabiot, Benzema, Rabiot, Pogba. Loads of passes for the French. We should get a replay of that chance. Crossed in, headed away. Kante, I think Xhaka was trying to buy a foul off him, but he didn't. And Shaqiri knocks it out. To the left-hand side, Zuba's going to try and run Pogba. And Pavard. Go on, son. And he's done it, hasn't he? Brilliant play by Zuba. Here he goes. All the way into the box. Oh, he's fouled. Surely he's fouled. No, nothing given. Oh. Well, my first instinct there was Zuba had drawn a foul. We'll have a look. We've got 2 replays to see now, but we're not getting replays of anything at the moment. Here's Benzema. Benzema inside. Mbappe tries to turn. Mbappe, Akanji's tight. Mbappe goes out. Get up, Mbappe. He's already had one very dubious penalty given this tournament. And the whistle's gone. Right. The VAR is checking that. And my first instance... Oh, he's going over to the screen, is he? My first instinct was it was a penalty on Zuba. There was no decision made. The referee, I think, was letting it go to VAR, to be honest. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a penalty. This is definitely going to be a penalty. That is, if he doesn't give this is a scandal. It's really poor from Pavard. It's a penalty all day long. Oh, and he's given it. A penalty to the Swiss. Deschamps holds his hands out. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. It's a stonewaller. I thought at the time, penalty. You wind me back. I thought at the time it was a penalty. And Switzerland, I cannot believe this, are going to have the chance to go 2-0 up. Who is going to take the spot kick for the Swiss? Does Pavard get booked? Oh, my goodness me. Unbelievable. The French players, Benzema, going back and talking to Lloris. And Rodriguez, the left centre-back, is going to take it. Look at that Swiss fan. He can't watch. Unbelievable. Rodriguez. There's been lots of penalties missed. Rodriguez can put the Swiss 2 up against the French. Rodriguez, fairly straight run-up, left-footed. Here he comes. Rodriguez has missed the penalty. Oh, what a chance. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. If Switzerland don't win this, oh dear. Can you believe it's a really bad penalty, isn't it? So close to the keeper, no power. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The French celebrate, the Swiss should be 2-0 up. What a miss. They won the penalty fair and square, clumsy from Pavard. I'm seeing a couple of comments that I totally disagree. I've looked outside the box. There's contact outside the box. That's not the foul. The foot is clearly way inside the box, and Pavard sliding in, his chest takes him out. So it's, in my opinion, it's an absolute stonewall penalty. And the first contact wasn't the foul. The foul was inside the box, but it doesn't matter because they have missed the penalty. Goodness me. Gibbler, I think you're totally wrong about that. The first contact was not a foul. The foul is by the torso, and the professional referee with video technology agrees with us here who think it was a penalty. Here is Coman. Pogba, nice feet. Pogba to the edge of the box. Feeds it on Mbappe. Oh, and he curls it around the post. Oh, goodness me. Opened up for Mbappe. He got a lot of curl on that. Not enough. Great play by Pogba. Look at that. The little drag over opens up the defence. And, oh, that's not missed by much, has it? Going to get a really good angle now. Oof. Oh, God. Oh. I hate to say this because I love an underdog. You know the French are now going to win, don't you, after that missed penalty? Oh, goodness me. Here is Mbappe, tries to feed it on Benzema! And of course he scored. Oh, within minutes of missing the penalty, Benzema has scored for the French. You just knew it, didn't you? You knew it. That was the chance. The Swiss missed the penalty. Benzema into the box. He manages to get enough of a first touch. The camera goes straight on Rodriguez, who's played so well, hasn't he? So well, but dreadful penalty. And Benzema has scored for the French. Oh, dear. Akanji it was with the clearance. Kante heads on. Mbappe slips it through. He gets a bit lucky, doesn't he, Benzema? But he pokes it in really nicely after that. He just gets any kind of touch on it to kind of control it. And unbelievable stuff here. Heartbreak for Switzerland. Heartbreak for the underdogs. If you love an underdog story, you don't like this. Switzerland miss a penalty, and the serial winner, Didier Deschamps, celebrates. Oh, goodness me. What an afternoon of football. And here comes Coman. And the Swiss have just got to get control of everything now. Coman clips it in. Pogba wins it back. No foul. Didn't look like one. Coman. Griezmann. Mbappe. Brilliant. Griezmann. And headed in by Benzema. Oh, they've turned it round in minutes. It was brilliant from Mbappe and Griezmann. And Benzema heads in for 2-1. It is brutal on the poor old Swiss. You knew it was coming. You absolutely knew it was coming. And the French turn on the style. They have gotten away with a big one here. They have dodged the bullet. But we said in the build-up to that attack, Switzerland need to calm down, get themselves together. They are punch-drunk after the penalty. Benzema has killed them with 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes there. It was really well worked by Mbappe and Griezmann. And it is France 2, Switzerland 1. And just moments ago, we were looking, look at that back heel by Mbappe. He's onside, isn't he? It's clipped up and Benzema just heads it in from on the goal line. Brilliant from Mbappe. Griezmann does a very clever thing in dinking it because it gives the opportunity for Benzema at the back post. Great composure by Griezmann. And Benzema on the spot, heads it into the net. As I said, brutal for the Swiss. Brutal, who were taking a penalty minutes ago at 1-0 up. And there you go. Penalty missed, 55. Benzema goal 1, 57. Benzema goal 2, 59. France 2, Switzerland 1. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This is what champions are made of. They have gotten away with one, though, haven't they, John? But you're right. When you let them off, they come back and they punish you, don't they? They absolutely punish you. Goodness me. Heads have gone, haven't they? Oh, I'm just trying to process all of that last 5 minutes. In terms of the golden boot, I'm on completely the wrong screen on the main computer. I think Benzema's got 3, has he? Chris, let it go, mate. I'm not reading that one out. Let me just bring up the goals. Yeah, I think he's only got 2 before. No, I think he's only got 1 before today. So 3 goals for Benzema. Oh, was he got 2 before today? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't recall. I know did he get 2 against the Portuguese, didn't he? Yeah, you're right. So Benzema moves on to 4 behind Ronaldo, who is on 5, but of course will not play another game in this tournament. Goodness me. France have woken up since the penalty. That's an understatement. And I hate to say it, you just can't see the Swiss coming back now, can you? The French turning it on, all of that star power. Here is Akanji. Frella. Vidmer down the right. And they've just got to get their heads together, haven't they? Kante driving away. Look at him go right down the middle of the pitch. Mbappe into the box. Mbappe, little dummy, gets his feet all in a muddle. Nearly wins it back. Rodriguez has to come off now. We'll see if his head's completely gone. He lost all composure on the penalty, Rodriguez, didn't he? Petkovic, yeah, looks very forlorn, doesn't he, poor guy? At 2-0, it would have been such an uphill battle for the French. It's very easy to sit here and say, okay, they banged in 2 goals, but that was all very much part of that evolving narrative, wasn't it? That's a good point, though. France-Spain, that could be fun. I would suggest the Spanish have been the most attacking side we've seen in this tournament. Zuber trying to keep it in. Zuber, who did so well to win that penalty. Mentioned the other night about sucking the air out of the stadium. Yeah. Most definitely for the poor old Swiss, eh? It's just brutal to watch sometimes when you have an underdog punching up and they seem to have it there on a plate for them. And then they just get taken to school afterwards. Goodness me. Akanji. Can the Swiss get their heads together again? Vidma. Frella. Rodriguez. Akanji. Shaqiri. Vidma. Shaqiri. Rodriguez. Zuba. France just dropping back in behind the ball. Frella. Out to Vidma. Shaqiri. Shaqiri comes inside. Rabiot fouls him, surely. Free kick to the Swiss. Can they get ahead on the ball? Everything would change if they can stick one in from a set play here, wouldn't it? You would think the less time they have to fret about this, the better for them, wouldn't it? Goodness me. Shaqiri is going to take the free kick. Going to bend it in with the left foot. Akanji and Bolo, Seferovic. I'd imagine Melvedi's up as well. Shaqiri pokes it in. Oh, no. There's a chance on the back post, and I think one of them takes it off the other there. I think it's Vidma and Seferovic arriving at the same time. Oh, dear. Seferovic, the striker, you don't blame him for having a shot, takes it off Vidma. Oh, dear. Communication breakdown, in the words of Led Zeppelin. The Swiss had to take every opportunity and be lucky to win this game. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Have they given a foul anyway? Yes. So there was. It wouldn't have stood anyway. I think there was a foul given by Seferovic on Varane. Varane swings that out to Kimpembe. Nice back heel by Coman. Mbappe. Pogba. Pogba tries to put it through. Mbappe. Good goalkeeping. Sommer in the way. Elvedi ran with him. The game is very stretched. There may well be another goal in this one. Opportunity of a lifetime. Wasn't it just, hey? Wasn't it just? And I dare say, if you wind back some of the things I was saying before those French goals went in, we knew it was coming, didn't we? Oh, dear. Xhaka. Mbolo flicks it on. Shaqiri can't control it. Shaqiri's very good technically, isn't he? But doesn't seem to have the speed and physicality to get away. Oh, don't go in the goal. Do not go in the goal. Oh, goodness me. Oh, the ball was played long there and Vidma headed it back to Sommer, who had come out to grab the ball. And I thought that would just put the nail in the coffin. He did well to head it to the side of the goal, actually, didn't he? Sommer gives him a high five. But, yeah, very nervous and punch-drunk looking, the Swiss now, aren't they? Here comes Griezmann with another corner. In it comes to the near post. Seferovic heads away. Pavard heads down. Griezmann, two-footed, crosses it with his right foot. Benzema goes down in the box. Nothing given. And here is Kimpembe. Own goal, nearly getting up to goal number 10 of the tournament there. Here is Kante, who's dropping in deep just to try and help out those centre backs. This is so stretched now, isn't it? Look at the space Pogba's in at the moment. And he's, of course, Kante manages to find him. Pogba, lovely little one in through to Griezmann. Griezmann, brilliant pass. Benzema, great stuff from the French. Benzema knocks it on Rabiot. Rabiot! Oh. And there was two arriving. Oh, it's falling to Pogba on the edge of the box. Pogba drives left-footed, deflected. Wide. When you give them space, they are very good to watch, this French team, aren't they? As we come up 70 minutes. It's a corner to the French. Griezmann crosses it in. I think it came off a Kanji. I think it's going to be another corner. It is indeed. Enjoying the French now. Yeah. Deschamps is a pragmatist, though, isn't he? I think I've given my theories about tournament football, that you need that side of the game to be locked down and then you let your attackers go. Here come the Swiss, though, down the left-hand side. Zuba into the box, crosses Rabiot, cool and calm, just controls it. And they're going to play out of their own box here, are they? Oh, Kimpembe. And who's down? Is that? I can't see who's down. Might be Mbolo. Can't see a name or a number. Pavard clashed with Mbolo. You think Pavard would be staying on his feet after that horrible challenge for the penalty? And Bolo's been in the wars today as well, hasn't he? Goodness. 71-44. Right. Substitutes. Here they come. Looks like Shaqiri's coming off. Gavranovic was warming up. Is it Mbabu, the right wing back I saw as well? I think so. So I think we're about to see Vidmar and Shaqiri go off. Yeah, so Shaqiri's off. Yeah, and Vidmar as well. We've done this before, haven't we? So Gavranovic, 19, is coming on, either up top or in the 10. We'll find out in a sec. And Babu will come on at right wing back. And will hopefully give a little bit of a balance. Very good. Swiss in the wars. Not sure about that. It's a history joke for you there. Well done. Here's Koeman. Inside to Benzema. Nice little flick up and kick up there. Rabiot. Kante. Rabiot. Kante. Pogba. Oh, lovely from Pogba with the outside of the foot to Koeman. Koeman hits it from way out. He was never scoring that, was he? Dribbles along the ground, excuse me. Into Sommer's arms. 73-30 on the clock. France 2, Switzerland 1. And let me reiterate the sequence of events. 55 minutes at 1-0 to the Swiss. A penalty missed by Rodriguez. Benzema then scored on 57 and 59. Pogba, lovely ball again by Pogba. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe to Griezmann. Griezmann, Benzema tried to play it through to Mbappe. Here's Pogba again, who is steadily growing into the player of the tournament, isn't he? Here's Koeman down the left. Benzema Tries the curl. A good block by Shaqiri. Pogba. Oh, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous from Pogba. It's France 3, Switzerland 1. Pogba, about 10 seconds after I said he's turning into the player of the tournament, just bends it into the top corner from 30 yards. It's brilliant from Pogba. It sums up everything he's been doing in this tournament. The French are going through to face... Oh, don't dance, Paul. Deary me. The French are going through to face the Spanish. The Swiss are done. Brilliant from Pogba. He's been really good all tournament, hasn't he? And it's 3-1 to the French. The shot was blocked initially. How's about that one then? Pogba, right foot. Look at that from the camera inside the goal. Comes from outside the post, over the... It's missing both ways to start with, isn't it? Outside the post and over the bar. Dips down and in. Brilliant, Pogba. Absolutely brilliant. What a star he is when he's playing well. I don't get why he's not the best player in the Premier League. I don't get it. I really don't. He should be, shouldn't he? You see this and you think he is De Bruyne level. Someone's getting booked. I think it's Granit Xhaka. I'm just giving all your calls up here. Absolute peach. Oh, goodness me. France 3, Switzerland 1. And the French turning on the style in the second half here. Here's Rabiot. Rabiot driving forward. Rabiot, Benzema. Attack, attack, attack. Here's Coman. Coman curls it straight at the keeper. (76:42) on the clock. We're done, aren't we? We're done in this one. Here's Elvedi for the Swiss. They were just down at walking pace, and France are picking them off now, aren't they? Behind the ball, they're getting into an old school 4-4-2, but when they're attacking, they're throwing them all forward, aren't they? Here is Pogba, Griezmann, Rabiot. Kimpembe, Varane, Pogba, Kimpembe, Rabiot. Oh, nice feet by Rabiot. Well played. Beats Mbabu. Mbabu gets back. Rabiot out to Coman. Coman crosses low. France are at it now, aren't they? 3-1 up. Turning on the style. Here's Rodriguez. Seferovic. Xhaka. Akanji. Rodriguez. Wind back to minute 55. He could have put Switzerland 2-0 up, couldn't he? Who can stop France playing like this? They won't play like this unless they're 1-0 down. And, you know, start of the next game, they'll be pragmatic again, don't you? Another sub for the Swiss. Zuba has gone off, who won the penalty. Zuba and Rodriguez, who played so well in the first half. Fastnacht has come on for him, and Bolo's gone off. And Vargas has come on. Croatia were 3-1 down. Yep, that is very, very true. Very, very true. Lloris just waiting for someone to close him down before he picks the ball up. And Lloris rolls it out to Raphael Varane. Cleared by Lloris. Headed on by Fasnacht. Coman wins it back. And here is the annoyingly good Kante. Varane clears up the line. He's trying to play into Pavard's path. Nice ball through. His Fasnacht. Oh, and Barbu was then over on the right-hand side. They've managed to get it across to him now. Can Mbabu get the cross in? Yes, he can! And the Swiss have got one back. Seferovic scores his second of the game. Beautiful cross by Mbabu. Here we go again. France 3, Switzerland 2. Is it happening all over again? Hey, Croatia didn't score until the 85th minute. Coman there never really looked in position. It's a great cross by Mbabu, isn't it? And Seferovic gets his second of the match. Nods that one in from just on the edge of the 6-yard box in front of Varane. And it is France 3, Switzerland 2. And we go from the French gifable highlight reel to the Swiss having nothing to lose and possibly will they get a chance, basically? Will they get a chance with one goal in it? Fantastic game on. Come on, Switzerland. Wow. Never say never. Beautiful cross, wasn't it? Just rip up that textbook. What did you say, the dude? I don't know. Did you call it? Throw in to the French. Odds on Deschamps bringing in a midfielder for one of his wide players in the next 2 minutes, guys. You'd imagine that could well be happening. I think Moussa Sissoko will come on for... You take Griezmann off? Maybe you will. Sissoko for Griezmann on the 85th minute. There's a prediction. Although Rabiot slams that one at goal. That could have put paid to that. Put those cats amongst those pigeons. I mean, we've got nothing against pigeons, do we? Feels like the tournament of it's not over till it's over. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? Absolutely brilliant stuff. We've had a superb mix of knockout games. They've all been tense, and we've had way more goals than I would have suspected. And a lot of big nations going into the quarterfinals. The French will possibly be going against the Spanish in the half of the draw that has the Italians playing the Belgians as well. Pogba trying to sort his feet out. That's going to be a Swiss throw, isn't it? You know it is, Paul. Come on. Odds on a Lloris own goal. Slim. Get money on it. Kante lets the ball bounce over his head. Babu goes in for the challenge. It's gone loose to Fröller. Xhaka. Rodriguez comes inside his man. Rodriguez drives it right through and it's broken. Oh, he's offside. Oh, Gavranovic put it in the net. Oh, I thought it was 3-3. Oh, goodness me. The flag went up against Gavranovic. He's offside. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's off, isn't he? Rodriguez shot bounced and he put it in the net. And I thought it was 3-3. Oh, goodness me. 84-47 on the clock. France 3, Switzerland 2. How good is this, though, guys? We're going to get another sub for the Swiss. They're going to go Hail Mary on this one, aren't they? $85-20 gone. Hoyt cleared by Kimpembe. And this is what the Swiss need. They just want to keep the foot down. And even if they go direct, it doesn't matter, does it? Who's coming on for the Swiss then? Mehmedi is coming on. It's dropped into the front. Rodriguez clips it in, nodded on by Gavranovic. Here's Seferovic, who's on a hat-trick, of course, now. Hat-trick of headers, if he could get a headed chance. Here's Frella. Well worked by the Swiss. And Babu against Rabiot, who's not a defender, although he's defended that well. And he wins a free kick. Well played, Rabiot. This is why we love football. Absolutely. Thrilling stuff here between the French and the Swiss. Off comes Rodriguez. And I suspect we're going to get a back four to finish the game now for the Swiss. Poor old Rodriguez missing that penalty. Oh, if only, hey. Mehmedi has come in, number 18. I suspect we'll get some variation of 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Oh, that's annoying. I said Sissoko would come on for Griezmann in the 85th minute. Sissoko comes on for Griezmann in the 87th minute to lock up that midfield. Sissoko, number 17, on. It was inevitable, wasn't it? I was 2 minutes too late. Right. Can the Swiss get any type of possession here? They've won it back. I think Mbabu got fouled. Yellow card has come out for Kingsley Coman. 87-55 on the clock. We've already had one ridiculously late equaliser today to make a game 3-3. Can we get another one? Well, I don't know whether we're going to get 6 minutes stoppage time, are we? Right, get your guesses in. How many minutes stoppage time are we getting in this one? Get your guesses in now. Go on. Go in the chat. How many minutes stoppage time are we getting potentially for the Swiss to try and get that ball in the box, eh? For Gavranovic, Seferovic, Vargas, Mehmedi, all the substitutes. 5-5-3-5, 4-3-6-5-5. We had 6 for the Croats earlier, didn't we? Here's Frilla. He does get it into the box. Seferovic climbs. Good header cleared by Varane. Xhaka clips it to the back post, headed down by Mehmedi, and out comes Hugo Lloris. A few more guesses there. There's the offside. Most of his body's off, to be fair. It wasn't a millimetre one. Pogba, who scored that brilliant third goal. All fed through the middle here. Oh, Gavranovic! Yeah, he scored! Whoa! Unbelievable! Wow! That is incredible! 3-3! Incredible! Well played, Switzerland! I do not believe it. Vertical pass through the middle. Incredible! Oh, goodness me. Gavranovic touch and he smashes it in the corner. Wow! Can you believe it? Right on 90 minutes. 3-3 again for the second game running. Just incredible. What a tournament. Xhaka with a brilliant pass touch. He beats his man. It's a brilliant goal as well. He leaves Kimpembe on his backside, drives it into the corner, swinging away from the keeper. Take a bow, Gavranovic. Look at that for a goal. Perfect. Look at Kimpembe on his hands and knees, watching that one go in. Oh, what a goal. What a moment for the Swiss. Oh, goodness me. Pogba's having a word with Rabiot there. Extra time, anybody? 4 minutes stoppage time. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. 3-3 at full time for the second game today. You cannot believe it. You absolutely cannot believe it. Oh, I need to calm down. We all wanted it to happen, but come on, you didn't believe it was going to happen, did you? Oh, the Swiss are going to take the French to the extra time, the extra 30 minutes. I can't even talk anymore. Just sensational. I have no words. There's one driven forward now, looking for Mbappe. Elvede heads it down. Coman picks it up. Coman. We've still got 2 minutes stoppage time to play. Winner in the corner. Swiss throw in. Where did that come from? Gavranovic. Just sensational. Oh, goodness me. Look at all your comments. The sheer joy of that goal. What a moment, hey? Go on, the Swiss. Oh, here's Kante. Kante gets into the box. Oh, Elvede dived in there. If Kante had been an attacker, he's going down. Goodness me. There we go. Right, we're caught up on the comments. Just sensational. France 3, Switzerland 3. And for the second time today, I thought the Swiss were absolutely done at 3-1. Cooked. Stick a fork in him. Done. No. Here is Fruller. We still got 45 seconds of minimum stoppage time to play. Driven forward. Down the middle. Oh, Mehmedi nearly got in there. He nearly controlled it. He holds his head. Oh, nearly got in behind. And to be honest, the French could do with the break before extra time more than the Swiss at the moment. Will they get it, though? Sissoko down the right-hand side. Sissoko, good feet. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. Coman chests it down. Coman onto the crossbar. Oh, my God. Oh, 93 minutes 55 on the clock. Coman has hit the bar. Keeper's well beaten. Look, and Babu goes to close down. He's not getting that, is he? Oh, God. So close. Coman was just waiting for it to fall. Couldn't quite get his knee over it. Deschamps shuts his eyes. Unbelievable. It must have gone full time. That must have been the last kick of the game because they've gone to an ad break. Goodness me. France 3, Switzerland 3. Have you ever seen anything like these two games that we've had today? Both games 3-1 and then ending 3-3. Obviously, Spain ended up winning 5-3 in the end, but just incredible. Guys, I'm going to take 2 minutes and then we will be back for extra time. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. I can't believe we're here again. For the second game today at 90 minutes, we have seen a team come back from 3-1 to be level at 3-3, and we're going to extra time once again. In that first game, the extra quality of the Spanish told, and they won 5-3 in extra time. Will it be the same for the French? Get your predictions in for extra time. Absolutely incredible. 14 goals today so far. Just a sensational day of football. Is it going to be like this tomorrow? I wonder. Deary me. Yes, an extra hour's work here as well. Smash the like button. Although, come on, let's be clear about it. How entertaining has this tournament been? We cannot grumble. We absolutely cannot grumble. Yeah, hit that like button. Though, let me give you a live subscriber count. How are we doing? There's the goal again by Gavranovic. What a moment. We've had 2 of those today. 15,573 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, each and every one of you. The Swiss getting together in the group. Captain Granit Xhaka pumping up his teammates. Brilliant stuff from Xhaka there in the huddle. The French looking to Pogba, looking to Deschamps, chattering away about the strategy in extra time. Thank you. I'm the dude. Legendary £2 super chat. Remember, We have 2 players on hat tricks here in this game. Thank you again. I'm the dude. Seferovic and Benzema are both on 2 goals, and we are about to kick off in extra time. Let me figure out who's actually on the pitch now. Lloris in goal for the French. Varane, Kimpembe, Pavard and Rabiot is the back 4. Pogba, Kante, Sissoko is 4-3-3 now, we think, with Coman, Benzema and Mbappe up top. The Swiss, like the Croats, pretty much abandoned their formation, didn't they, at the end of the game? Sommer, Akanji, Elvedi, Mbabu, Fashnacht in a back 4 of sorts. And then just attack. Xhaka and Fröller sitting, and I guess a 4-2-3-1 now. Gavranovic, Seferovic, Mehmedi and Vargas up top. So I think it's 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 for both teams in this one. And what on earth happens next? Here is Mbabu. We're into extra time. Akanji. I wonder if we'll get 5 minutes of calm. Akanji to Xhaka. Vargas, who seems to be playing down the left. Vargas has got Mehmedi with him. Doesn't use him. Mehmedi this time. Xhaka. Akanji. Elvedi. Elvedi knocks it in to Fashnacht. Out it goes to Gavranovic, who scored that brilliant goal. Gavranovic, can he get the crossover? He cannot, but I think it came off Kimpembe. And it's out for a corner to the Swiss. As we come up to 2 minutes in the first period of extra time, which is really our third period of extra time today. It is 10 p.m. now, and we are in it for the long haul, aren't we? Goodness me. Here comes the corner for the Swiss to the near post. Mehmedi helps it on. Easy one for Lloris, who makes the catch and kicks it long, obviously looking for Mbappe. He's kicked it all the way down the ground to the other keeper, Sommer, who throws it out to Mbabu. Elvedi. Benzema is down. Benzema goes to one knee. Looks like he's done. Benzema looks over at the bench. Maybe he's already carrying a knock, but Benzema looks like he's off. Benzema trudges over to the touchline where Olivier Giroud is waiting. And Giroud comes on. Big hug for Benzema from Deschamps. We thought his 2 goals had killed Switzerland. Far from it. So Giroud on top gives them something different. Always been good at getting on the end of crosses, Giroud. Different type of striker to Benzema. Not to say that he's not good at getting on the end of crosses, but maybe a little bit more physicality from Giroud now. Here's Sissoko, who's going to kind of play down the right in a 4-4-2 here, isn't he? Here comes Rabiot. Rabiot driving forward, clips it in, looking for Giroud. Big hoik clear by Vargas. Pogba, Pavard. Pogba. Kante. Kante to Coman, trying to run and Mbabu. He's beaten him easily. Good play by Coman, looking for Giroud. It's going to fall to Pavard, who hooks it goalwards. Good save. The Swiss players are appealing for a handball there, I think, against Pavard. He poked it goalwards. Did he handball it? It hit his arm. Would have been disallowed, wouldn't it? We know all about that dictate now. that says if you stick the ball straight in the net after it's hit your hand, deliberate, not deliberate, unnatural position, not unnatural position, the goal doesn't stand. In comes the corner, headed away. Pogba was on the back stick. But I do agree with you lot. Good save. It's one of these stupid ones, isn't it? Where if he lets it in the goal, it doesn't stand. He saves it and he concedes a corner. Here is Sissoko. Pavard. Down to walking pace now. We saw this in the Spain and Croatia game. Injuries and suspensions piling up for France if they get through. And remember, we saw Hazard and De Bruyne leaving the game for Belgium yesterday. Benzema today. Griezmann will be nice and fresh, won't he? Sissoko keeps that one in. And I think he's been fouled down the right-hand side. Seferovic is not going to get his hat-trick because he's being substituted. He looks disappointed, but greater good and all. He's done his bit today. Seferovic goes off. On comes Fabian Schär. So it looks like the Swiss are going back to their three at the back. And Schär, we know from Newcastle. So seems a pretty sensible substitution from Petkovic, the Swiss boss. France 3, Switzerland 3. Looks like Schär, he takes the throw, and I assume he's going to drop into left centre back. And that's a more familiar look for the Swiss. Here's Xhaka. Vargas battling with Pogba. Kante wins it. And Babu, nice sprint from him. He's gone down the right. He's already provided one assist. But there's Kante. Babu beats him, crosses low. Brilliant clearance from Raphael Varane. Oh. And Babu really skinned Kante there, didn't he? Mbappe nicks that off Akanji. Elvedi now against Coman, and they've still got pace, even though it's tiring legs. Coman drives it side netting. My goodness me. And Babu looked like he'd let Kante in, beat him easily in the end. Oh, and he tries to put it across the face. You can't blame him after all of that good work, but he just couldn't make the final pass for his second assist of the game. That one would have been. Now, Kingsley Coman is sat down. Refs come over. He's just having a word with Kimpembe and Mbappe. Referee calls over the doctors. And I wonder if Coman is done as well. Thuram is going to come on. So whoever said that, I mean, Chris, wasn't it? They are dropping like flies at the moment, the French. Thuram is going to come on. Number 26. And he'll be very familiar to a few of these Swiss players because he plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. The doctors help Coman up. He's deep in conversation. I'm pretty sure he's not saying he should be staying on. Or is he? He's going to the side of the pitch, Thuram. Coman, excuse me, sorry. And he's staying on. Thuram puts his bib back on. And Coman is going to try and run on. And I have to say, the most inappropriate Mexican wave I've ever seen. If you're going to do a wave, don't do it in a game that's 3-3 in extra time. Watch the game, for God's sake. Deary me. Don't we normally save that for boring games? Dear oh me. So France temporarily down to 10. Not no more. Coleman's back on. There's one down the middle of the pitch. Vargas tries to bring it down. Well played. Varane, who is enjoying the head it, kick it, last-ditch defending here in extra time. And Fabian Schär takes the throw in. 10 minutes 15 of extra time on the clock in the first period here. 3-3. Xhaka, big tackle there. Wins it fairly, although referee's given an advantage there. Did he catch Pogba? Afterwards, now here's Mbappe's 1v1 with Elvedi. There's numbers coming back. Mbappe switches the place. Sissoko thinks he's Marco van Basten. But he hits the volley into orbit. Be interested to see if the referee did think that was a foul by Xhaka on Pogba. Xhaka might be in for a yellow card here because it was one of those where he went in quite stiff. Let's have a look on the replay. Didn't look like there was a lot in there, actually. The ref did hold his hand up for advantage. Although, having seen it just there, there is connection between the foot and the sort of lower leg of Pogba. But yeah, I think the referees realised that two players challenging for a ball and that sometimes footballers touch one another in a tackle. Lloris knocks that out. It's going to be a throw-in to the Swiss. Here is Xhaka. Vargas tries to turn Pavard. Vargas throws it in. Little 1-2 with Gavranovic. Vargas tackled again. Looks dangerous, doesn't he? Down the left-hand side. Mehmedi knocks that one inside. Vargas. It does look very lively. Good play by Vargas, 11. And he wins a corner for the Swiss. 12 minutes in to extra time. Looks like Vargas will take the corner. 3-3. Goodness me. I haven't got my banner up. What am I doing? Corner to the Swiss. Vargas right-footed, going to swing it in. The Argentine referee having a word in the box. Can the Swiss get first contact on this set play? And it comes from Vargas. No, they can't. Rabiot heads it up in the air. Akanji gets the second ball, though. It's bouncing around. Mehmedi, edge of the box. Two go to clear it. Mehmedi hits the shot, and it is a goal kick. He pleads that it took a deflection. Oof. Goal kick. Be funny if the Swiss got another penalty. I'm sure that whoever's taking it wouldn't find it funny. They're checking on a penalty. I've got no idea what for. And it's a goal kick. Lloris plays it down the ground. 13:50 on the clock. Has Parker been announced then? Late at night. Any notifications here? No. The ball is through with Sommer as we come up to the last minute of extra time. The first period of extra time. Elvedi to Mbabu. Nice ball through. Mehmedi knocks that one inside. Xhaka. How good has Xhaka been tonight? Here is Vargas down the left. Vargas inside to Xhaka. Lovely cross ball over. Can Mbabu keep it in? Not quite. We have 3 more seconds of the first period, and they seem to be adding on a minute stoppage time for all of these extra time periods today. It was always the thing that they'd blow straight after 15 minutes in extra time, but not so much today. And the ball is back with Summer. Sounds like Parker to Bournemouth is confirmed. Here's Rabiot. Driving down the middle of the pitch. Good ball. Mbappe onto Sissoko. Sissoko crosses low. In the right place on the near post was Fabian Schär. And Vargas boots it into the stand. Pavard's going to take the throw in for France down the right. Pavard back into Varane. We've got about 5 seconds of minimum stoppage time to go. And we're not going to get that because the whistle has gone. We are at half-time in extra time. Get your thoughts in. So far, the Swiss have been the better team in this first period. So I'm thoroughly expecting a French winner. Absolutely. The players gather together again. There'll be another couple of minutes now. Let me know what you think. Let's see if we can bring up just the extra time numbers and see what we're saying. So France down the left, Switzerland down the right. Take a look at that. There it is. So France 0.21 XG, Switzerland 0.08. The Swiss do have the possession, 53-47, 2 corners as well, 2-1. No big chances for either team. Cagey. Well, it's not cagey. It's quite open, actually, to be fair, compared to some extra time games we see. I think what I mean is tense, nervous. Remember, in the game earlier, there was a 2-goal advantage again, wasn't there, for Spain, who managed to bang in 2 goals in the first half. Smash that like button. Hopefully both sides will be tired when they play England. Optimism. I don't know what to expect anymore. I'm not surprised. Can't take another 15 minutes. You're going to have to. Still think France a win. Cannot call it. There you go. Here we go again. Hugo Lloris is taking the walk down to the other end. And it's going to be a Swiss kickoff. We are 15 minutes away from a penalty shootout. As the players get more and more tired, Varane, Kimpembe, Pavard, Pogba, Kante, Rabiot, Mbappe have all been on the full 105 minutes for France. Akanji, I'm only reading the outfield players here. Elvedi, Freuler, Xhaka are the only players there who've been on the full 105 minutes for the Swiss. And the Swiss are on the ball. Oh, in behind chases Fasnacht. Couldn't quite get there. And Kante knocks it onto Coman, who we thought was done, injured in the first period, but he is still going strong. Thuram was ready to come on. He didn't. Mbappe, nice turn now. Mbappe drives forward. Mbappe, Giroud knocks it off to him. Not a great ball. Xhaka, right place, right time. Mehmedi and Kimpembe, I thought might have fouled. Gavranovic, no foul given. Here is Varane, Kante. Kante. Across it goes to Rabiot. Coman. Rabiot. Kante. Mbappe tries to turn his man. Well played, Elvede. And the ball hits the referee. And it'll be an uncontested drop ball given back to the Swiss. And I was going to make a comment about how well they've played Mbappe, but I don't want to tempt fate for the poor Swiss. But Elvede did well again there. And Babu down the line. Rabiot, who, let's face it, has done a grand job covering it left back today. Hernandez and Digne not around. Adriano, thank you very, very much. FC Santa Claus, thank you. 20, what is that, Canadian dollars, is it? Thank you very much. A super chat there. $20 for Baby Bloom. Thank you very, very much. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you, Adriano. You can support via super chat like Adriano has just done. Pogba nicks it off Mehmedi. Pogba drives forward. Pogba got caught there after he played the ball, and the yellow card is going to come out now. I think, was it Akanji who got the yellow? Pogba driving forward. He still managed to get the pass off, actually, Pogba. But the foul came in. Just left one on Paul Pogba, didn't he, Akanji? He's trying to slide it through to Mbappe. It's not good tackle, that, is it? Free kick to the French. We are 17:49 into extra time. 107 minutes played in this game. Kante takes the free kick short. Pavard crosses in right-footed. Akanji heads away and he's fouled. Good defending there. Was it Xhaka? If it was, he's been superb tonight. Granit Xhaka, obviously former Arsenal teammates, I assume. Must have been at Arsenal at the same time. Xhaka and Giroud. Unless they were ships passing in the night. Here's a big one forward for the Swiss. Looking for Mbabu. Lloris does well there. Manages to just flip that back in. Right on the edge of his own box. Kante. Oh, excellent work from Kante driving forward. Kante loses it. He wins it back. Goodness me. Oh, Coman has beaten Friller. Coman crosses in low. Mbappe. And it's just wide. I think Sommer had that covered. The Swiss keeper there. France 3, Switzerland 3. Friller, tired challenge on Coman. Mbappe, clever effort, tries to place it in the far corner, left-footed, but a bit too much swing on that one. And it's wide of the post. Thank you, Adriano. Very, very kind. Hey, look, it's not me keeping you entertained. It's the players. They've been incredible today, haven't they? 5-3 in the first game, and we're 3-3 now at gone 10 p.m. at night. 20 past 10 now, for goodness sakes. And we could be here for the duration. Rabiot. Coman. And Babu tackles him. He goes down. Pogba feeds it through. Huge chance. And Mbappe misses. And Mbappe just lost his foot in there, didn't he? As he went through. I think he's bashed into the LED board as well behind the goal. You'd have bet your house on Mbappe sticking that one in, wouldn't you? It's great from Pogba again. Look, just completely rips the defence apart with the through ball, and he just loses his balance, doesn't he, as he's running through Mbappe. I wondered whether he'd open his body and take that on the right. He thought about it, didn't he? Look, can you see how he just places his right foot down in the wrong position, too close to the left foot, and he ends up kind of tripping himself. A little bit of a limp from Mbappe. Marcus Thuram is finally on now for Kingsley Coman. Coman looks very disappointed, but look, his body's given up on him there today, hasn't he? And Another substitute made for the French. I think, is that 6 now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pass. I've lost count. Remember, you can make the extra sub in extra time. Thuram looks like he's playing down the left. It's another challenge for Mbabu down the right. Here comes Thuram. He's done really well, hasn't he? Thuram crosses in. What an impact that would have been. El Vadi slices it out, and it's a corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs, given Coman's come on and then gone off again for the French. Giroud for Benzema, Thuram for Coman, and Coman had come on for Longley. Sissoko for Griezmann as well. Corner headed out, throw in to the French. 21:52 on the clock. So nerve-wracking this one now. Pogba to take the throw. Pogba trying to G up his teammates there. He looks like he's still full of energy. Pogba. It's thrown into Thuram. Frella. I can't remember anyone's name anymore, for goodness sake. Frella steps across, and I think it came off Thuram last. And it's a goal kick to the Swiss. We are 6 minutes and 30 seconds. 7 minutes and 30 seconds plus stoppage time from penalty kicks. That emotional challenge when you're absolutely dead on your feet, to have that concentration. Oh, goodness me. Knocked into the channel. Rabiot will see that out for a throw-in. 23 now up on the clock, and Babu wins the header. Knocked back to him by Mehmedi. Here's Frilla. Xhaka, Mehmedi, and Babu. Mehmedi and Babu. Frilla. Swiss keeping the ball well. Xhaka. Ooh. Tried to play Mehmedi in. Good play by Rabiot at left back. Kante into the front. Nicely knocked off by Giroud. Pogba. What a pass by Pogba. Outside of his foot. Here comes Thuram into the box. Oh, Giroud was arriving. The shot's blocked. And again, Paul Pogba. Half volleyed, sliced pass. I hope we get a replay of that. Look at this for a pass. Oh, look at that. Brilliant from Pogba. Again. Thuram did well. Giroud got the shot off. I think it hit Mbappe, didn't it? Yeah, goal kick has been given. And we've another minute gone by. 24 minutes of extra time gone. That is 114 on the clock. Xhaka. Akanji. Knock back in to Sommer. 24:40 on the clock now. 5 minutes and 20 plus possibly a minute stoppage time before penalties. But the Swiss have got a man over here. Oh, well played, Varane. How good's Varane been in extra time, by the way? When the game gets stretched and it's head it, kick it, defending, last ditch stuff, he's been quality, hasn't he? Sissoko draws the foul. Varane puffs out his cheeks. Superhuman effort from some of these guys here. 1:15 on the clock. 4.5 minutes. If there's no more goals, it's going to penalties. Varane. Pogba. Pavard. Walking pace here, but France progressing the ball still. Mbappe back to Pogba, who seems capable of pulling an assist out at any point in this game, doesn't he? Here he is again, Pogba, and he's got space. Pogba driving forward, jogging forward. Pogba tries to sort his feet out. Akanji in the right place. Elvedi, cool, calm. Xhaka, that's poor, but we'll forgive him. He's had a great game. Here is Pavard, crosses in. Thuram arriving. Big header from Elvedi. Good winner from Friller there, up in the air. This is going to go loose, and Mehmedi's actually picked it up for Switzerland high up the pitch. He knocks it into Xhaka, who just stands on the ball and lets everybody get back into shape. It's walking pace here. Friller. Nobody wants to get caught out of position here. Oh, these poor guys look knackered now, don't they? Oh, the tension. 26:47 on the clock. 3 minutes and 10 to penalties. Oh, it's terrible from Fashnacht, who just can't control the ball. Three minutes to go, plus possible stoppage time. A lot of very nervous fans in the ground. Friller, Xhaka, fouled by Pogba. Good play by Xhaka, who's been fabulous this game, hasn't he? Free kick to the Swiss. They're taking their time. They've sent a few forward. I can see Akanji has stayed back. They just knocked the free kick short to Akanji, who's going to clip it in now. Oh, he hits the shot, silly boy. And it's headed clear. And a vital win there for Vargas, the 11. We are 1 minute and 45 seconds away from a penalty shootout, unless there is a dramatic late winning goal. The French are on the attack. Rabiot crossed in, cleared. Kimpembe manages to beat Gavranovic, and now he's out of position. Oh, they've given a foul against Gavranovic. They've played it on quickly. Here's Mbappe on the corner of the box. Mbappe crosses, headed away by Akanji. Kante. A lot of these players are out on their feet now. Here's Kimpembe again. He lobs it in. Giroud heads goalwards, and it's fairly easy for Sommer. It wasn't in the corner. And he knocks it to the keeper's right, and he makes the save. Well done, Fabian Schär, who got touch tight with Giroud there. Long one forward, looking for Gavranovic again, who has won a foul. Oh, goodness me. Now, the last kick of the game, by the look of it, is going to be a free kick to the Swiss. So they'd be able to get a shot on goal. It's a really silly foul, isn't it, by Rabiot on Gavranovic. And we are 119 minutes and 40 seconds into this one. And you may as well have a shot here. Granit Xhaka will take it. And I think it's going to be the last kick of the game before we go to penalties. A 1, 2, 3, 4-man wall for the French. Has Xhaka got the energy to hit the target? Here he comes, left-footed. Xhaka over the top. Tired. You don't blame him. And we are over the 30 minutes. And the final whistle has gone. Strap yourself in, guys. It's penalties. The biggest test of concentration, emotional control, and technique here. Who's been practicing and who can replicate their best technique now? Absolutely squeaky bum time. It's all about emotional, nervous energy now, staying calm isn't it? It's penalties. Goodness me. Let's try and set up a banner for you guys so we can track the penalties as we go. We don't know yet who will take first. They'll flip a coin of all things for that. So we'll just stick France first as they are the de facto home team. And we'll stick, so 1, 2, 3, let's do them as dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll stick Switzerland second. We are going to penalties. Oh, goodness me. We just don't know now, do we? We just don't know who's been practicing, how tired are these players, and what sort of emotional state are they in now. Let's stick that up there, and we will try and track these penalties as we go. It is France 3, Switzerland 3. Please hit like if you are on the stream. And we have gone to penalties. Love penalties as a neutral. I just feel nervous for these guys here. Can you stay calm? How is your technique? It's a real acquired skill, this, isn't it? Draw, fair result. Neither deserves to go out on penalties. Oh, goodness me. It's nerve-wracking. Gone are the days where 5 players get randomly volunteered. You would think everybody knows the order. You would think everybody knows which way they're supposed to go. The keepers have tons of research now, don't they? This is a complete game of calmness, emotional control, and technique over tiredness. Oh, this is no lottery. It's absolutely not a lottery. This is even less of a lottery than the playoffs are, for goodness sakes. A real bespoke skill, this now. A penalty shootout. And also the reactions to what's gone on before. All the best penalty takers are off the pitch. There's another wrinkle in it now. Oh, goodness me. It's France versus Switzerland. Xhaka has chosen which side of the coin. I believe he's won the toss. And I'm sure he's chosen to take first, which takes the pressure off. Xhaka and Lloris shake hands. Oh, my goodness me. How nerve-wracking is this? France versus Switzerland on penalties. 5 penalties apiece. Watch out in particular now. This feels like the first tournament where they're actually going to police the goalkeepers. And will we see VAR get involved in a penalty shootout? Remember, we've seen penalty shootouts where the rules have literally been broken on every penalty. Remember Milan and Juventus in the Champions League final, where the keepers were virtually 6 yards out from the goal when they were saving some of them, weren't they? Sommer is the goalkeeper for the Swiss. Lloris, the goalkeeper for the French. I think Switzerland are going to go first, and it is Gavranovic, number 19 for the Swiss, is going to go first. Switzerland take first. Gavranovic, who scored the equaliser during the game. All the mind games, all the gamesmanship go on, the delaying tactics from the goalkeeper. If you're the taker, you've got to not buy into any of this. Trust your process. Lloris is being warned rightly. He's not allowed to touch the bar and wobble the bar. All of these rules will actually be adhered to, I think, for the first time. Oh, here we go. Gavranovic, right-footed. Take your time. Gavranovic scores 1-0 to the Swiss. He takes it right-footed. He sends Lloris the wrong way. It is Switzerland 1, France 0 on penalties. Here comes Paul Pogba, who's been absolutely brilliant in this game. He banged one into the top corner to make it 3-1, and we thought win the game. Pogba. Looks like it's going to be another right footer. Pogba goes out to the edge of the box. Sommer gets the same warning. Here comes Paul Pogba. Will he go for the flamboyant run-up? We're about to find out. Pogba. Yes, the stutter. Top corner. Brilliant penalty by Pogba, who's just been spotless, hasn't he, this game and this tournament. It is 1-1. France 1, Switzerland 1. Pogba scores, Gavranovic scores. And the pressure mounts with each kick now. Remember, the first miss is not always the vital one. So it's about staying calm if you do miss one. Up steps Fabian Schär, the Newcastle United centre-back, right-footed. Here comes Schär. What a brilliant penalty. Waits for Lloris to go. Lays him down. Sticks it in the corner. The Swiss score their second penalty. It is 2-1 to the Swiss. Perfect so far to the takers. Keep your comments coming. I'll read them as they come, but we'll try and just focus on the action. Olivier Giroud is the second taker for France. The tension is ridiculous. It's going to be about 3-4 steps, and it's going to be the first left footer. Here comes Giroud. Scores. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 2-2 in the penalty shootout. France 2, Switzerland 2. As the tension mounts, here comes the third Swiss penalty taker. And it is Akanji, another centre half. Number 5 for the Swiss. Akanji of Borussia Dortmund will take the third penalty. Lloris, every time, has been trying to slow down the takers. There's a big control game going on here. When the whistle goes, take your time if you're the taker. Here comes Akanji, right-footed, scores. Brave penalty that. A little stutter from Akanji. And he sticks it right in the corner. 3-2 to Switzerland. Everybody has scored so far. Gavranovic, Schär, and Akanji, Pogba, and Giroud have all scored. And here comes substitute. That is Marcus Thuram stepping up for the French. Incredible tension. Thuram, number 26, spots the ball and steps back. It's 3-2 to Switzerland. Everybody has scored. Thuram, hands on hips against Sommer. Thuram steps up and he puts it right in the corner. The penalties have been perfect so far. 3-3 in the game, 3-3 on penalties. Just incredible tension. Incredible tension here. Benzema getting carried away with it. He's been substituted off. 2 goals for him in the game. Here comes Vargas for Switzerland. Penalty taker number 4. My heart is racing. 3-3 here. France 3. The Swiss fans watching through his eyes. Vargas, it's going to be a right footer. Looks like a 5 or 6 step run up. Here comes Vargas. Oh, and Lloris got a hand to it, but Vargas put it far enough into the corner, and Switzerland go 4-3 up on penalties. And this is where the advantage of going first perhaps comes in. That's the closest any of the keepers have got. Vargas makes it 4-3. Incredible tension here. Kimpembe is coming up for the French. Centre half for PSG. He spots the ball. Oh, how's your ticker, everybody? Kimpembe focuses on the goal, left-footed. Here comes Kimpembe against Summer. Kimpembe hits it into the top corner. Fine penalty from Kimpembe. And we are up to penalty number 5 now. You really do need nerves of steel. Any penalty from now on could have cataclysmic consequences in the shootout. Mehmedi steps up. Mehmedi, number 18 for Switzerland. Came on as a sub late in the game. Mehmedi's going to be another right footer. Mehmedi steps up, right-footed, scores a perfect 5 from Switzerland, which now means that a miss for France would be fatal. Switzerland have scored all 5 of their penalties. Mehmedi puts it in. If France miss, they go home now. Oh, it's Kylian Mbappe, the superstar of the French team. Oh, my heart is going 10 to the dozen. Mbappe takes the ball. Mbappe has to score. Right-footed. Mbappe, here he comes. Saved! Oh, and the Swiss have won it! Unbelievable! Have they won it? Mbappe has stopped. Yes, they have! Oh, that's incredible! Sommer has saved it. Mbappe has missed, and Switzerland have knocked the French out on penalties. Unbelievable. Petkovic gives the salute up to the fans. Mbappe has missed the decisive penalty, and the French are going home. I'm not entirely sure I can believe it. There was a pause. Take a bow, Switzerland. What a performance from the Swiss. The French, the world champions, out. The French are going home. Incredible. Incredible. It is 5-4 to the Swiss on penalties, and France, incredibly, are going home at the round of 16 phase. It is going to be Spain versus Switzerland in the quarterfinals. It is a gigantic upset here at the Euros. I cannot believe what has happened. It is heroic beyond belief from the Swiss, who were 1-0 up in normal time, and Rodriguez missed the penalty. 2 quick goals from Benzema. Paul Pogba trudges off. Pogba was incredible during the game, did not deserve to lose. Benzema scored twice. Pogba put one in the top corner for 3-1, and then came the comeback from the Swiss for 3-3. They got through to extra time, and they have won 5-4 on penalties. I'm not entirely sure. I believe that it's happened, but it has. Unbelievable. There is your quarterfinals, and I can click a button that says Switzerland are going through. Mbappe, the only player to miss a penalty. They checked Sommer's feet. He made the save. Look at Mehmedi, jumps for joy. And that is what is going on. Look at Petkovic. Well played, Switzerland. I cannot describe what a heroic and brilliant win that is for Switzerland over the world champions, France. France, probably the favourites to win the tournament, are out. France are going home. Switzerland, incredible. There is the draw so far. The Czechs versus the Danes, the Spanish versus the Swiss, the Belgians versus the Italians. One of England and Germany are going home tomorrow. And if I am Belgium or Italy now, or possibly England or Germany, whoever wins that one, I'm not sure I can take this in, guys. France 3, Switzerland 3 in normal time. Switzerland 5, France 4 on penalties. Incredible. And remember, too, as well, Spain won 5-3 earlier in the most incredible day of football you have seen. Give me your man of the match. Granit Xhaka. Incredible for the Swiss. How good was Paul Pogba as well? Who is your man of the match? Xhaka was sensational, wasn't he? Oh, what a day. Another incredible day on the channel. Sleep well. I think I'm going to need to take the dogs around for a circuit now at 10:50 here. The perfect underdog story. It's been sensational. Thank you, guys. Leave all logic at home. Au revoir, Le Blues. The world champions are going home. Game of the year so far. Xhaka, man of the match, was incredible. Xhaka and Pogba were both sensational. Xhaka, Swiss keeper, he came up trumps with that save at the end. The Swiss were brilliant, weren't they? Xhaka, fantastic. Remember the Welsh drew against the Swiss, didn't they? Swiss coming back from 3-1 down. Get a hard-earned rest. My heart is not going to go to sleep for a couple of hours now. Just mind-blowing football here in the Euros. You could not write it, could you? Karim Benzema is going home. Antoine Griezmann, home. Kylian Mbappe, home. Didier Deschamps, home. Look at those Swiss enjoying it. N'Golo Kante, going home. Paul Pogba, player of the tournament for me, going home. Varane, Kimpembe, Lloris, Deschamps, they're going home. Incredible. Switzerland are going through. Wow. I'm going to leave it there, guys, and try and calm down. What a night. Thank you all for joining me. It was France 3, Switzerland 3, and then on penalties, the French are going home. I'm having to repeat myself because I cannot quite believe it. 5-4 on penalties. And Switzerland have pulled off the most heroic performance you will see. Brilliant stuff, guys. Drink it in. Absolutely drink it in. Because you know what's coming tomorrow, don't you? Say no more. Well played, Switzerland, is all I can say. Brilliant. Thank you for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.